Sup, everybody? Oh, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. Don't worry, I'm struggling just as much as everybody else is, okay? Don't worry, we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna make it to Friday, all right? And then we're gonna make it to, what is it? Tuesday, when Nahida comes out, when the Dendro Archon comes out, when the literal embodiment of my depression medication comes out. We are going to be needing that character, okay? I mean, if it wasn't enough over the past few days, I've been releasing videos talking about Nahida. Oh, I forgot. There it is. What's up, everybody? So, over the last few days, I've released multiple videos talking about Nahida. Since the live stream came out, we've known a lot more, and most of, if not all, wait, is this the first time that all of my concerns, every last one of my concerns for Nahida was addressed as well as answered? I think this character, if what I've been reading in my comment section has been like true, she might be even better of a C0 character than Zhongli. Because right now, Zhongli takes the cake for being like the most universally just like good C0 character. Sure, like characters like, I mean, if you look at the team I have on screen right now, Albedo is a great character as C0. Like he's had, I believe, 2 events which gave him amazing free-to-play weapons. But then again, Zhongli nowadays with the Favonius Lance is just like a no-brainer pairing as well. He's able to now not only protect you with his shield, also reduce enemy resistance, as well as give some energy back to the rest of your team through his Favonius weapon, which is not like you're losing out on much. There's nothing really really that good to use for him as in the 5-star department, because Zhongli doesn't really need to do damage, right? He's more of a utility and protector. People right now, JM Watch is saying Nahida is the missing piece for Dendro reaction teams. But this is the thing, right? Today, since I have you guys here, I want to take that one step further. Should we only think of Nahida in new meta teams, like new? I mean, it's a no-brainer. She's going to be like amazing, right, for the new stuff. But is there any potential for her to be in traditional teams? You see, that's the thing. That's the thing that's making me scratch my head a little bit. This is really the last thing Nahida needs to do. If Nahida wants to be the perfect character, she should synergize with traditional teams as well. What am I eating? Beluga-chan cut some hami melon, so I'm just munching on hami melon after dinner time. It's 7 p.m. for me, so I'm just having some fruit after dinner. So Debaya Mando says, I mean, she can do with Tartaglia, Miko, Xingqiu, Yelan, etc. old units. I'm looking at Hu Tao as well, but Hu Tao doesn't have, like, unless you want to drop Xingqiu, keep Yelan, but then you lose the double Hydro Resonance. So is it really worth it? But in exchange, you get a character that's capable of buffing Elemental Mastery for your whole team, or whoever is on field, I believe. I don't remember what was said. But there's Elemental Mastery buff, and it's quite a big one. On top of that, you have Nahida Domain, which then you have Pyro in Hu Tao, and you have Hydro in Yelan. That means, what was it? The Nahida elemental skill reaction becomes more powerful, and the domain, her burst skill lasts longer. So like I don't know, is that even worth it? Like, is it worth it losing that, what was it, 25% HP buff? Today, as people are coming in, I want your contributions towards this as well, because I don't know. Right now, I'm just as lost. I think the easy way out is just to think, well, Nahida is a character for Dendro, and that's it. We don't need to overcomplicate this. Just think about her with Dendro only. Dendro reactions, Dendro teams. Don't think about traditional teams. But this is the thing that interests me the most, is that how flexible is she? We know she's going to be extremely flexible in Burgeon and Quicken, Aggravate, Bloom, Super Bloom teams. We know that, right? But what about Melt teams? What about Vaporize teams? Can she enable anything in those teams? HP buff only helps the Hydra units to score. No, I was talking about the Hu Tao team. So Techie, you just got in here. This is what I was saying. Is it worth to drop either Xingqiu or Yelan in the Hu Tao double Hydro team to slot in Nahida to force like a more traditional team, right? So that's what I was thinking. I don't think National can be touched because every single piece in the National team is like absolutely essential to making the team work. So National pretty much stays the same. Huh. Ice Emperor says, I would drop Yelan and keep Xingqiu. Yeah, I think if you keep Xingqiu, you still... Burning is bad, Burgeon is okay. But then again, we don't know because there's no burning-centric or Burgeon-centric characters out yet. Right? We're just trying to use traditional Pyro characters to play in these... I'm saying traditional, but what I basically mean is that we are trying to use older characters. Like, I've heard Toma is pretty good. I would imagine Xiangling will be pretty good, but then again, Xiangling might be over-applying Pyro. Do we think it's likely that burning becomes viable maybe with data? That's the thing, right? I've been saying this for quite a while now. That has there been a single character that's been released in Sumeru that's like working with traditional teams? Why is Zhongli like bobbing up and down? Do you guys see that? Like he just like goes up and down really like he just goes like what is he doing? Why is he doing that? Yeah, he looks like he's having hiccups. Nahida burning with Ganyu will be insane. Well, see, that's the thing. If Nahida can apply burning consistently, and then you melt with Ganyu's burst, and both characters are off field. Get this. And both characters are off field. Then who's your on field character? Do you want a Hydro on field? Or you can have Nahida applying burning through Dendro with an off-field pyro applicator like Xiangling. So it's kind of like Ganyu melt. So Ganyu is your on-field character, and then you bring Zhongli. So the damage really comes from the fact that you have one pyro on your team, meaning that the pyro is going to give Nahida's burst skill the special effect of stronger reactions, right? Oh, Jabba. No. Do not do that. Okay, fine. You can do that. Yeah, Ganyu on field. So it's gonna be Melt Ganyu basically. It's like a more insane version of Melt Ganyu. Before we had who again? Bennett, right? But then you're losing Bennett. You're keeping Xiangling, but you have to drop Bennett because I don't think you keep Bennett over Zhongli. I think that's definitely something that's interesting and we should be testing. Hmm. Will Ganyu Burst stop the burning though? No, I believe burning can be continuously applied as long as you feed more Dendro into it. That's why you need Nahida, right? Nahida's E every time it procs, does that automatically reapply the burning? See, that's another question. Does that mean every time Nahida's E interacts with the burning, it refreshes? Does that mean the burning will just go on forever with Nahida? Right? Think about it. Nahida's E is applied on the enemies, and apparently it lasts for 25 seconds. So the enemies are burning. So burning ticks. That's like what? That isn't that going to reapply burning because Nahida's E is still on the enemy. So every time they burn, it reapplies. So there's like a 25 or maybe like a 30-second burning effect. As long as you have Nahida's E on the enemy, then you apply pyro to them. Shouldn't the burning effect just continuously go on until Nahida's E is removed? That's how I would imagine it works. Is it not? Like the virus says, Nahida's E proc refreshes burning duration initially started by Bennett. Are you saying you because Xiangling would add too much pyro? Is that what you're saying? So Teki, in your version of the team, it's you drop Xiangling and you keep Bennett. Whereas I was thinking I would drop Bennett and keep Xiangling and Zhongli, because Zhongli is not leaving this team. I can't drop Zhongli. If I drop Zhongli, like anything that touches Ganyu, I can't do damage. I don't know. Okay, chat. Would you guys drop Xiangling or Bennett in this team? So it's gonna be Ganyu, Nahida, either Xiangling or Bennett or Zhongli. What would you guys do? Actually, I'm actually curious. I would drop Bennett because I feel like I don't know. I feel like Xiangling. I think Xiangling will add more damage. Just overall, Xiangling would add more damage, and Elemental Mastery is gonna help Xiangling as well because what's it called? Nahida buffs Elemental Mastery, right? So I think it's gonna help Xiangling as well. Xiangling applies too much, but doesn't Xiangling also do like quite a bit of damage? We're looking at like what 10, 13k per tick. Hmm. That's the thing. This is very interesting because I guess we will try both. Termina27 says, does Nahida E proc on absolutely any reaction or only Dendro related? I believe it's only the Dendro one. So that means you can only react with her E through Pyro, Hydro, and Electro. Is that correct or wrong? Chat. I mean, if it's kind of like Albedo's elemental skill, that would be insane. That would be even better. But it applies on absolutely any reaction. Okay, this character just keeps getting better and better and better, doesn't it? Like every time I have a question and I think Hoyoverse is gonna do one thing, they do the other thing, and the other thing is like way better for the community. This character is just too damn good. I'm gonna come out and say it. This character is looking too damn good. There has to be a catch. There has to be a catch. You know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. EroticWalruss is gonna fix the rates. All right. 80% of the people are gonna lose their 50-50s. I'm saying it. Fuck. My melon, no. Instant karma. Instant karma. Did you guys see that? The second I said that, my melon fell. Okay. No, this character is too fucking good. Excuse my profanity. This character is too good. No, this character can't be this good. There has to be a catch. There has to be a catch. What's the catch, chat? Okay, we're gonna dedicate this stream to figure out what she absolutely suck ass at. She has to be crap at something at C0. There's no freaking way EroticWalruss is giving us a character this damn good for no reason. The catch has to be they're fixing the rates and most people are going to lose their 50-50s. That has to be the catch. Okay. We have 30 polls. How many people think we're going to get a Nilu in 30 polls? What's pity? I'll show you guys what's pity. 5, 10, 15, 15. Get a Nilu in 45 polls. And I believe we don't even have guaranteed, right? I think Nilu could be potentially really freaking good now. Because I see what Nahida can do. I was going to wait until Nilu's rerun, but I completely forgot that they were going to show us what Nahida actually does before Nilu banner even goes away. Alright. Damn it. This is 25. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see what hands would the RNG deal me. Okay. Okay. So that was 15, that was 25. So it went from 15 to 25 to, this is 35. Alright. 45. Oh my god, my gems. I don't think I have enough. If I do this, I have enough. Alright, we go to 55. $55. $55. No. We are 20 polls away. Should we get Nilu to play with Nahida? The thing is, right now Nilu Nahida looks really good. Also, Sino Nahida also could work out really well because you reduce the interval time, and it seems like her her Dendro application is essentially permanent. It's permanent, and it's even longer than Sino's burst skill. So like I'm just I'm 20 pulls away. Should I just get the 20 pulls? And if I get her, I get her. If I don't get her, I just save for Nahida then. Basically, leave it up to fate, right? If I get her, I get her. If I don't get her, I'm guaranteed Nahida. I might get Tignari. I have Tignari. I won't have her weapon though. How big of a deal is her weapon? Let's take a look again at her weapon. Huh. Mm, mm, you know, I value weapons where it helps out the rest of your team as well. Like somehow this weapon bleeds into the rest of your team through this. So I'd imagine this is a pretty good weapon. Oh boy. I don't know. If I don't pull for Nilu, I'll be playing Nahida in Electro teams for sure. Most likely pairing her with Sino and then seeing how that works, and depending on how it responds, maybe pairing her then with Kaching. Alright, I have this idea in my head that I want to play Sino, Raiden Shogun, Nahida, and Zhongli. Thoughts? Thoughts in chat, please. Thoughts. Sino, Raiden, Nahida, Zhongli. So Zhongli makes it so you don't need a healer. So that's done. Raiden fills Sino's downtime. So when Sino is like his thing is on CD, we use Raiden supercharge the whole team. Now he does for obvious quicken, aggravate. Zhongli is just there to keep everybody alive. Thoughts? Thoughts? Obviously, if I switch out Sino for Kaching, it would be a much more busted team. Yoshiro is better than Raiden in this. But then, wouldn't Raiden... Because my Raiden is C3. Keep that in mind. My Raiden is C3. My Raiden right now is C3. So this Raiden only needs to come on field, use her burst, auto attack, and gets off. All that takes about, like, I don't know, 8 seconds. But the problem is Raiden has no off-field presence, apart from her elemental skill, which is very negligible. I'm thinking of getting Nahida C2R1. I'm thinking of C2R1. I don't even know what the fuck her constellations do, but I know I know it's gonna be good. For people asking me, Nahida C1 or C0 with weapon, I can't answer that question right now because I don't know what her constellations do. Large Bernard says, if you're okay with leaks, I can blow your mind with C2. I want to know. But like, I know it's gonna be good. Like, I don't. This is the thing, right? I know it's gonna be good. It's just I don't know what it does, but I know it's gonna be good. Not as mind blowing as Raiden C2. Really? Really? Oh, there it is. Large bananas. It allows Dendro reactions to crit and spread and destroy enemy defense. Wait, when you say destroy enemy defense, is it like Raiden C2? Ah. It reduces defense, so it works for the whole team, not just Raiden. So it C2 allows Dendro reactions to crit, and it shreds defense. Is that C1 and C2? Or just C2? Oh, that's just C2. Okay, Hoyoverse. Okay, Hoyoverse. Calm down there, Hoyoverse. Relax. Relax. I get it. Dawei's yacht probably needs another paint job. But, yo, chill. God damn. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Then says, if that's not power creep, I don't know what is. Yeah, that's definitely a power creep. These it's interesting they put power creep in the constellations. C0, she seems pretty good, but that C2 just like defense reduction for your whole team. Isn't that what Ayaka does? Let me check. Ebb and flow. That's what Ayaka's C4 does. So you are telling me the Dendro Archon C2 does what Ayaka's C4 does, and then some. Oh, it's forever. It's forever. So Ayaka's C4 gives 6 seconds, whereas the Dendro Archon is permanent. Hey. Hey. Let me just clean my eyes up here real quick. Yeah. Sounds like a a pretty high value constellation if you ask me. Nahida C2 only applies to Quicken base. Oh, so there's the catch. It's only Quicken base, so like only Electro? What about Bloom? Only Quicken? Like, but I thought so the defense is only for Quicken. What about the crit? What about like Burgeon, Bloom, Quicken? They all can crit, right? Reactions now can crit. Overkill for no endgame content. True, but like, I mean, let's be honest here. It's been the same for 2 years. People never had a problem with it until Hoyoverse came out and said there was not going to be any endgame, right? So why don't we just continue enjoying the game for what it's always been and what it's always going to be, as opposed to having hopium? Because this is the thing that hurts the most. The more you hope and the more you dream about this stuff, it just makes it that much more depressing when reality hits. So I'm just going to assume I never read that article. I'm just going to keep playing this game like how I've always played it, which I've never had a problem with. And as long as I maintain this mindset going forward, I shouldn't have a problem with it either. Right? That's how I see it. It's a mentality thing. It's really a mentality thing. As long as you can accept and move on and continue playing the game for how it is, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be just fine. Look at my money. I have 425,000. I'm so broke. My God, I am broke as hell in this game. All right. Anyways, let's finish the Nilou summons. All right. Let's at least see if we can get the character. If we can get the character, then thank the lords, thank the heavens, we got Nilou. If we don't get her, we'll be guaranteed Nahida. I'm probably not gonna pull for a weapon. I'm gonna have to top up anyways, so might as well do it now. Get the summons out of the way. We are at 55, I believe. This should be 65 and 75. There it is. Okay, should be the last one. It should be the last one. 2, 3. That's 2 Barbaras. So we got 2 Hydros. This is either... Listen, chat. It's either Nahida. I mean, it's either Nilou or it's going to be Mona. Yeah. It's either going to be Nilou or Mona. We got 2 Barbaras. I lost count. 4, 5, I believe. 6. I told you. It's because you got 2 Barbaras, you're either getting Nilou or you're getting Mona. Very high chance. It came early too. Goddamn. Okay. Weapon time? No. I don't think I'm gonna get her weapon. Now that I have Nilou, you know what I could do? You know how disgusting of a person I can be? I could just keep Nilou at level... Oh, wait, no, I can't. What level? What level again was the Super Bloom? This one. Okay. I could get her to Ascension 1. And then that's all I need her. Right? I can get her to Ascension 1. Do I even have the stuff to ascend her? That's my question. I do! I actually do. My God. I was prepared for this. Okay. Now she has... What does this one do? Oh, that's kind of good as well. But this is definitely like the... This is definitely the crazy one. This is the Super Bloom. Okay. Now I can use her as a Super Bloom, and I don't need to level her anymore. Right? I don't even have to I don't even have to level her anymore. Sure, the damage is going to be lacking, but hey, I got Super Bloom. Walrus, now weapon time. Go, go. 1 tempo on the weapon banner. Bro, let's... What am I even at on the weapon? I think I don't even have pity. Yeah, look. Staff of the Scarlet Sands. I just got... What's its name? I just got Sino's weapon. The problem here really is, chat, okay? I don't need this Jade Cutter. If this Jade Cutter was like the Primordial Jade Spear, I would go for it. You know why? Because I don't have the Primordial Jade. I have this sword. It's a good sword. You know what? I think I'm going to use that sword for Nilou. Like, yeah, the second half of this is not that good, but like increase HP by 20%. That's pretty good. Crit rate. And that's going to help with Nahida C2, right? The crit rate, 44%. Isn't this going to be pretty damn good? Isn't it? Like, I would assume it's not a bad sword. Look at that. At least, hey, chat. At least I can record videos with her now, right? I can have her center of the screen and I can record videos. Terminal 7 is Nahida C2 is a fixed crit rate at 20. Oh, that's boring. Wait, what? Wait, the comment just scored. Her C2 is fixed at 20 crit rate and 100 crit. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense because oh my god. Okay, it's not as broken as I thought it was. Okay. I was thinking like holy crap, like can you imagine the characters who have like 230 crit damage with like 60-70% crit rate? That's absolutely busted. Okay, that makes sense. I think that no, you know what? For a constellation that not only can allow the Dendro reaction to crit, but also shreds enemy defense, I think it's like it's okay that it's fixed like that. But it definitely doesn't make it feel as broken. But I feel like it's just that everything about Nahida right now is so good that this is still a really good constellation. But considering this, is like okay, it just brings it more in line with the power scaling we should be having in the game right now. 30 defense shred for like 30 defense shred. I heard people were saying it's only for quicken and aggravate, right? So it's pretty much only like it's like a Dendro Electro exclusive thing. Decreased defense is also not the same as ignore defense. Yeah. It's I made a video talking about this and people got mad at me. Because I was highlighting how the Raiden Shogun C2 is different and applies differently from Ayaka C4. I don't know if I still like the video is still on my channel somewhere, but like people were just not having it. People were like, you fucking dumb. Jump. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the back map. What are you doing? You think I'm not watching you just because I'm losing my mind for the Dendro Archon? All right, let's do a quick Jabba reveal. Let's take a quick break. Jabba reveal. Oh, Jabba. Oh, Jabba. Oh, Jabba. Oh, what you doing? How's your day been? I heard you had a nice outing. Look, she has a pacifier. She has a pacifier on her. I know you guys can see it. She likes to bite this. she needs this pacifier, or else she just bites and destroys everything. So we got her. We homemade a pacifier for her. Okay. Go play. Very good. Woo! Yeah. Modern problems require modern solutions. Yeah. It's dog? That's not a dog. That's my cat. That's my third cat. Guys, I don't own dogs. I have 3 cats. That's my third cat. Yo, that's a pretty cool pet fish. Is that Hana in the background? Yeah, that's Hana. If you guys saw, if I moved, that's Hana in the background right there. She Hana. Oh yeah, there she go. There you go. She moved a little bit, right? You see? Anyways, back on to topic of discussion. She's huge now. Oh yeah, she's ginormous. So people are saying it's a separate buff, crit for Bloom and defense crit for. Wait, can Quicken not crit with C2? Wait, wait, here's my question. Does Quicken already crit? I've never really noticed it. Actually, I never really thought about it. Quicken crits. Okay. I've never really noticed it. So the crit thing is for Bloom, and the defense resist is for Quicken. What about burning? Burning doesn't crit, right? So burning also gets crit. So burning also gets the crit. In Hyper Bloom team, you can get both depending on how you play. True. Like the team I originally built for Sino consisted of Sino, Yaimiko, Kokomi, and the Dendro MC. And also, I've had the Hydro version as well. I have had Sino, Yalan, what's Dendro MC and Kole. But right now, the introduction of Nahida means I only need 1 Dendro. The Dendro MC by herself definitely felt lackluster when it comes to Sino reactions, though. Definitely, like Sino needed more Dendro application. Choppa, oh, Choppa to. By the way, Yao Yao is so far away. Like, I'm only actively discussing Nahida right now is because she's literally a couple days away. She is literally a couple days away. Man, am I gonna have to drop like $500 on her banner? $500 for a character, for a PNG, for a very strong PNG. Renji Abarai says, it's part of how you're marketing. Burning is weak. Let's propose you a character who is good at burning. Yeah, that's pretty much a very cute PNG. I don't know, man. Just feels... The Sangalanga says, I had to skip as I do not have Raiden. Man, what a name. Let me read that name again for everybody in chat who didn't hear me the first time. This dude's name is the Sangalanga. Try saying that fast 5 times in a row. Can you tell us what Sangalanga is? Does anybody in chat know what Sangalanga is? I know this is off topic, but I just have to know, what is a Sangalanga? What is the average cost in USD of a C2? Like, I don't know. I would imagine $600, $500. Oh, Filipino sausage. Okay, around $400 to $500. Yeah. That sounds about right. Walrus is a curse word. Well, the thing is, I'm an English stream, so they can't blacklist me for saying a curse word in another language. Burning $500 for a moving PNG, and I'm not even talking about her weapon. The weapon probably is another $100, right? Raps 85 says, I'm not spending anything on Genshin anymore. I got skins to buy in Honkai. I mean, Genshin, Honkai, at the end of the day, it all goes into the same guy's pockets, right? It all goes to Dawei's pockets. It doesn't matter, like, your ethnicity, your preferences, your anything. At the end of the day, it goes all towards Dawei. All this goes towards Dawei. Dawei lines his pockets. His, like, his yacht gets more embellished, more diamonds and stuff. It really doesn't matter. Like, Dawei couldn't care less as long as you're spending money in one of his on one of his cash cow products. He's a happy man. Hell, I'll pay whatever gives me momentary happiness. Damn, that's one way. That's a model to live life by. Like, you know what? Why do you make money? So you can spend it. True, absolutely true. Why you work in that 9 to 5 desk job if you can't, come home to Nahida C2R1 comforting you, right? Technical Virus says Nahida weapon is not even best in slot or on. What? What? That's gotta be cap. Wait, Techie, are you serious? You're telling me that her weapon is not her best in slot? What? No, okay, for on field, but she's not an on field character. Why would you keep her on field though? Like, none of her, like, I don't see any aspect of her kit would be better if she were on field. Am I tripping? Wait, am I missing something? Don't you use your E? You highlight all the enemies, you activate your burst, and then you get off. No? I think she's on field for triple hydro super. So it's like a very niche scenario when, like, you want her on field. Like, but for the most part, I would imagine she's amazing. She works like Albedo. You should almost never see her. TC says, okay, is it because Nilu team just needs an absolutely inhuman amount of Dendro application? Is that why? So her elemental skills ICD is too long for it to be optimal. Like I gotta be missing something here, because her weapon should be designed in a way to maximize her off-field potential, unless they somehow royally fuck that up. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Huh. Her skill procs 2.5 seconds with no ICD. Okay, I'm getting stomach pains, so you guys know the drill. I will be communicating you guys via text. We will continue this discussion in the chat room. In the meantime, please keep focus on Hana. I'll be back. Actually, no, let's keep it like this. Continue the conversation via text. Come on, Jabba, let's go.
I look like absolute garbage. Yeah, but don't release me. Why don't you show your audience your specific? What about her bones?
That's true.
My love.
Chat knows Java still uses a pattern.
Need to go to the kitchen and do some clean, move some stuff. Yep, are you the show of the game?
Special guest appearance.
Oh my god, you made a special guest appearance. Look at the name.
Woo! I don't know what was in those melons, but I survived. Woo! I've made it back. Wow. What a journey. Rodat says, I see a wagging tail in the background. That's my cat. That's my cat. But did the toilet survive? We don't talk about the toilet. The toilet takes the beating every time, okay? Okay. Now that you've had chat spoil you, you might want to watch Azaja's Nahida. No. I cannot have proper theory crafters influence me though. Chat influencing me because they feed me information. It's unavoidable if we want to have this conversation, which I think it's a fun conversation to have. We have to have some sort of substance to talk about and something more concrete. For characters in the past that were that were not as game changing as Nahida currently is, it was okay to speculate. But talking about Nahida, it definitely felt more appropriate to know what we're talking about as opposed to actually just assume, right? So now that we know what she does, we can come up with like weird, wacky ideas. And I know for a fact that we're not gonna come up with like the most meta stuff. We might off of sheer chance and luck, but for the most part, we're just gonna be fooling around here. I really do believe, though, for Nilou teams, I want to play 3 Hydro and 1 Dendro. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards... Where's my Ayato? Ayato, Nilou, Kokomi, and we'll just use this. This is the team that I want to play. Ayato, Nilou, Kokomi, and the Dendro Archon. Because Ayato definitely applies enough Hydro with his elemental skill combined with his burst skill. I think this is going to be so it's a downtime of about 4 seconds. So 4 seconds meaning the uptime is 1. Okay, seems to be about like what 7 seconds of uptime. So he has a 7-second uptime with a 4-second downtime. Nilou, so let's see her uptime. Okay, Nilou only has about a 3.5-second downtime. So Ayato's downtime, Nilou's downtime seems very similar. Now, Nahida apparently has no downtime. Right? Nahida has no downtime. Kokomi, with her jellyfish, is a 20-second cooldown, it seems like. But if you're able to refresh it... So how long does a jellyfish last? I believe it lasts for 15 seconds off the top of my head. And it seemed more like 13 seconds. How long does her jellyfish last? Oh, it's 12 seconds. Okay. So she has an 8-second downtime. So Kokomi has the longest downtime when it comes to application. People are... So... Are you using Nahida as the driver? I was thinking of using Ayato as the on-field. I was definitely thinking you start obviously with Nilu, you apply her aura, you switch to Nahida, use her elemental skill, and then if you need healing, you can use Kokomi, or you can just skip over Kokomi and go straight to Ayato. And then you open this, and then you just do this on the enemies who are already marked by Nahida, right? And then once everything's done, I mean, depending on the situation, you can also, after you use Nahida's elemental skill, you can go back to Nilu, use her burst skill, then go to Ayato, use his burst skill, then use his elemental skill, and then you just do this, right? Something like that. Oh, I forgot Nahida's burst skill. Haha, I'm dumb. But yeah, basically Nahida, elemental skill, mark all the enemies, use her burst, go to Nilu, use her burst, go to Ayato, you can choose to use his burst, and then into elemental skill, or just go straight into his elemental skill. Something like that. Nahida's not going to run out, so there's a chance you might finish Ayato. You can, yeah, like, I guess go to Nahida, because then Nilu is going to be down, Ayato is going to be down. How is this going to work? Do you switch to Kokomi or do you switch to Nahida? One hydro unit needs to be full EM. Oh, well, that's awkward. You would need more healing. Kokomi is built full EM to proc blooms. I see, because the person who procs the super bloom needs elemental mastery. Ah, that's why you guys were saying Nahida's gonna be the driver. If Nahida's gonna be the driver, it kind of defeats the purpose of having Ayato on the team. Now Ayato feels out of place here. Devillia says, "Wait, I thought you weren't pulling Nilu." Okay, so this is what ended up happening just now. After realizing what Nahida does now, I know she's gonna be a pretty good synergy. She's gonna have pretty good synergy with Nilu. So then we just went onto the banner and said, okay, we're gonna just pull until we proc a 5-star, and if it's Nilu, it's Nilu. If it's not Nilu, then we're just gonna save pity for Nahida. So I left it all up to fate, and we got Nilu. So we're gonna be trying out Nilu with Nahida. It's gonna be good to experiment. I didn't get her weapon though, which I think is gonna be fine. Yeah. If it wasn't Nilu, I would have just saved up for Nahida, and then played Nahida with my Sino. I'm gonna be pulling Nahida up to Constellation 2 though. That's how I influenced my friend into polling. Yeah, I think polling is fine. I didn't want to pull for Nilu because I didn't want to pull for an incomplete character. But now that I know in a couple of days, she's likely going to be a completed character with Nahida. So I have no problem with that. I just wanted to make sure that Nahida was a good fit for Nilu, which she seems to be a pretty good one. Wow, man, you are full force on this C2 thing. Yeah. I'm pretty much guaranteed to get Nahida C2 unless something major happens. Because I just want to play the new stuff, right? Like, why spend so much time for myself in this game and devoting like every day to making videos talking about the game if when new stuff comes out I'm not gonna bother to even to play around with it. That's how I feel. Which part of Nahida's kit makes you want to get Nahida? Her elemental skill for sure. I love how her elemental skill is. according to chat, is saying that has a really long uptime. I love that. I always loved the character of Albedo. I felt like he was so easy to use. I can play Albedo on my cell phone very easily. It's just like it's a no brainer character, right? And but the problem with Albedo was because he was Geo, it was always just crystallized, and it felt like such a waste of his potential. Like that elemental skill is so good. I think Albedo probably has one of the best elemental skills in the game had he not been Geo. Had Albedo been any other element with that skill, he would have been so versatile and so much fun to play, right? Albedo does a lot similar to the Dendro Archon because he also buffs Elemental Mastery. Did you guys know that? Right? Albedo also buffed Elemental Mastery. I think whenever you use his burst skill, you can buff your team's Elemental Mastery. So it's just like such wasted potential. And now that the Dendro Archon is coming out, and it seems like she does have many unique reactions to play around with, as well as buffing Elemental Mastery, which is a pretty universal stat for characters. I do think there's a lot of value in picking her up. It's like that, and again, that elemental skill, the uptime, its effects just seems like it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with. And also, I don't know if the leaks shown this, but in the live stream they were teasing saying Nahida's hold elemental skill can also interact with NPCs, and you can see these weird green orbs floating around the NPCs. So I don't know what that does. Like honestly, that also intrigues me a little bit. Like what on earth is that? Like is that just some random useless thing, or are you gonna be able to like steal people's moras? Can you imagine you walk around and you just use Nahida's viewfinder and then you hijack people's mora? Like, oh, there's 50 mora from that guy, there's 300 mora from that guy, there's 20 mora from that guy. Can you guys imagine if that's what that interaction is? Uh, Nasir Hussein is saying, Walrus, is Nahida good with C0 Raiden? So from what I've seen, it shouldn't be bad, but I don't think C0 Raiden is the go-to Electro character that people would be pairing with Nahida. The good thing about Nahida is it seems like she has very little conflicts with the characters that Raiden usually plays with. And Raiden plays with Sarah. Raiden likes to play with like a Nemo characters, right? For her Raiden Hyper Carry. Or you want to play Raiden National. Those are the two premier Raiden Shogun teams. And Nahida uses almost none of the characters from those teams. I don't believe she... Actually, Nahida uses none of those characters. So now their teams are kind of separated into two. So when you run Nahida, you are running a different set of characters. And in fact, Nahida is probably going to be trying to lift up a lot of these characters that haven't really been utilized. X Dragon 2K, I heard you can pick up resources with that too. Yeah, I don't know the range of it. For example, right? For example, if I am here, and there's something over there, can I pick it up with the viewfinder? Does that work? Like, oh, that flower. Can I pick that flower up from here with the viewfinder? Is that possible for Nahida? Right? If I use my hold E, can I pick up that flower from here? If you can, it's absolutely broken. It's broken. That ability has to be the single most. I said it half as a joke in my video today, but like, can you guys imagine casuals who love to go around collecting mints and flowers and just like fill up their inboxes? Because right now I can see that's a pick upable item, right? So if I can already see it that I can pick it up and it's sparkling, does that mean Nahida's skill can reach it now? there's limited range. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, but what's the range? If the range is between me and this tower, that's kind of yikes. Like that guts the skill. All right, that becomes kind of useless. If the distance is between like me and this floating symbol over here, like this distance, it's also useless. It has to be like an extended range. Maybe this is too far, but like let's say this distance. I think this distance should be like acceptable. Enemies are linked up at about 18 meters. God damn. Walrus Discord. Oh, okay. Discord, what's up? What's going on in Discord? Let's see. Moonlight. Or what do you think Yai, Hu Tao, Nilu, and Nahida? No, I think the team is just a little too messy. I see you're trying to get the three effects, right? For Nahida's burst domain. But Hu Tao Nilu, like Nilu doesn't apply enough hydro for Hu Tao to vape. Yai applies enough electro kind of for Hu Tao. No, the still like Yai and it's like you're going kind of for a vape load team, but like the applications is not there, and Hu Tao without Zhongli doesn't have enough protection. You have no healer as well, no damage mitigation. Yeah, you'll have like elemental mastery buffing, like, but that team kind of falls apart. It takes too much skill to play that team. Like you have to pretty much dodge enemies perfectly. You can't really get interrupted, and you have to use your stuff very carefully. It's going to be a very anxiety-inducing team because Hu Tao's constantly selling HP to do damage with no shielder, with no healer, and you have to rely on her self-healing. It's definitely a tricky one. I don't think it's going to be a very good team. Make a video of Nahida doing nothing, enemy dies in abyss with eternal burning. Like what I want to do is just shield with Zhongli and then stand there and to see the enemies burn to a crisp. Basically, the enemies are going to try to attack you through their burning, and then you're just going to mitigate all that with a Zhongli shield. You can literally sip tea in the abyss with that setup. That team is the anxiety HoYoverse was talking about. But need to win Nahida first. I think Nahida C0 is going to be an amazing character. Like, yeah, now that I know what her C1 is... Wait, what is her C1? I know what her C2 does. What is her C1? Wait, holy crap. Did we talk about her C1? Makes it she gets +1 in her buff. Do you have to have the element on the team, or she automatically gets +1 for all three? That's also a very key distinction to make. For example, does it mean like if you have an Electro on the team, then it becomes like the double, the second level, or regardless of whether you have Electro or Pyro, you immediately get level 1 for all three? Oh. Well, that's kind of broken again, no? God damn it. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know how major these effects are, like how big of a deal they are. I know the electro one reduces ICD essentially, right? Still not sure. Beta and private server says she gets automatically, but release may be different. Okay, okay. So I see people. You see, even with leaks and information, people don't have like the exact answer to all this stuff, right? Walrus put Nilu back on. Oh, you guys don't like the Dendro MC? I thought she's pretty cute. Put Nilu back on. You guys just want to see her dancing, right? Here, I'll even give you guys a good backdrop for her. Maybe like waist up there. Doesn't she basically have no ICD anyways? No way. No way. That can't be true. That can't be true. Hoyoverse wouldn't do that. No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. No way, no way. She has no ICD. Really? In a world where Sino is literally like Electro on crack, she has to. There's no way every single one of Sino's hit is going to. Really? Her E has no ICD, but her E is like the most important thing. Wait, so as long as you have enough things going on field, her E will just endlessly proc. Is that what you're saying? So if I had Albedo, I had Fischl, and I had like I don't know, some on like Yoimiya. Everything like her Dendro would just go like like that. It's just gonna go like that. Huh. Yo. Yes, but it's 2%. Okay, so it does have a cooldown. It's just not an internal cooldown. It's like a legit cooldown. It's not an ICD. It's just a CD. Yeah, interval and ICD are separate. So it has a CD, but it doesn't have an internal cooldown. But it doesn't matter because it has a CD, so they don't need an ICD. Yeah. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So like, it's not gonna be like dum, 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 dum. It's gonna be like dum, 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 like that. Pretty much like that. Okay, that's fine. Makes sense. Moonlight says, "Read my messages, Walrus." I have. Da, 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 da. But interval decreases to 1.8 with 2 electros. Okay, that's cool. So it's not that big of a difference. It's like, what is that, 30%? Like a little less than 30%, right? Like 20, 25%? Oh my god. She is absolutely. Uh, I don't think you should be eating that, girl. Oh my goodness. My cat here is kind of crazy. She's like she destroys all the toys we get her. Like I'm talking shred them, like shredded. If I gave her one of my like documents to shred up, I don't think even the CIA can piece it back together. My goodness, that is It also depends on how your application lined up with the cooldown 1.8. Could be longer. We'll see. I think it's wait, every 1.8 seconds. Is that enough application to run Sino with the Thundering Fury? What say? Yeah. What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. What have you done to the toy? What have you done? No. Look, she's like ripping the plastic toy to pieces. I hope she hasn't eaten any of the pieces. I found like a lot of them on the floor. She reduces it to atoms. Yeah. I think Thanos should have asked Jabba to to destroy the Infinity Stones. Hmm. Jumbo Cat used her elemental burst. Okay, now I think she knows she did something wrong. So now she's just chilling. Good. Good. Stay. Stay. You guys saw she could do tricks last stream, right? She's very smart. She's very, very smart. Sometimes I'm wondering if I can teach her to edit videos. Do you guys think that's possible? This video was edited by Jabba the Cat. How many polls did it take to pull the cat? Let's just say it was $1,200 for one copy. Hmm? Definitely more expensive than your regular C0R1. This one cat is the price of a C6 character. Yep. That's right. That's right. Damn, she got a pedigree? No. She was just on a farm. Isn't that expensive? No, I think like golden retrievers with pedigrees like could go for like 5,000 maybe even more than that. Has anyone else gotten spoiled by how nice Genshin looks and then you watch a Pokemon trailer and are like yeah, like this is the weird thing, right? Like playing Genshin for so long, you go play any of these other games, it doesn't feel like, it just feels like they didn't put any effort. But we're just completely spoiled by Genshin. It's just unfortunate. Unfortunate that this is a weird phenomenon that I'm having. I think like looking at a game like Wuthering Waves, it looks clean, the combat looks nice, but somehow I just feel like, oh, the characters movements are so stiff. Have you guys realized Genshin characters move, their movements flow. Like Genshin, like look at how the animation for their movements work. Like everything feels like they flow together really, really well. Look at the micro movements. I think that's also what's very important, like how the body weight shifts when they do certain movements, and everything just makes sense, right? Like sure, a lot of this stuff is artistically stylized, but I don't see any other games putting this much effort into like the mic. Look at how Nilu's legs, like look at how her feet moves after this attack. it's just like these kind of tiny things that, and how her body weight distributes. Like, look, when she attacks, both of her feet goes to tiptoe to shift the weight, right? You see that? And how her left arm like swings up and then lowers back down. Swings up, lowers back down. This is the kind of stuff that other games just don't bother doing, because it's like, why would they bother doing this? You know, it's just to them it's like that's a waste of money. So this is, and of course the music. I have yet to find any other, not just like, I have yet to find any other games, period, that can match Genshin's quality of music production. You guys might be able to point to one or two OSTs from certain games that are good, but no other games that I know of has the consistency. Patch after patch after patch, region after region, theme after theme, just keeps hitting home. Breath of the Wild, I don't feel it. It's not as iconic to me. Like I don't turn on Breath of the Wild OSTs just normally. I don't feel any other series. Like when it comes to anime series, maybe some OST, like some animes have like for example Naruto. I think Naruto has some really great overall OST. Maybe it's just like nostalgia speaking, but Naruto, Bleach has a couple. One Piece definitely has some strong ones. The recent ones also have some ongoing series that have some great OSTs. But I don't know. I think Genshin's music is top notch. It's very difficult for any companies, developers to compete against this kind of quality. So basically, Genshin has the visuals down, and then they have the audio down, right? Think about it. What you see is from the visuals, right? Look at Nilu dancing right now. Her idol animation, very smooth, very fluid, right? That's the visual aspect. And then there's the auditory aspect, like what you hear in the game, sound design as well. I just find that a lot of the other games, their sound design feels very basic. For example, the way their characters' footstep sounds, they all sound the same. Apart from that, dialogues, I guess. I mean, nowadays voice actors are so talented. Doesn't matter if you find EN, CN, JP, KR. Voice actors just do such a good job. But I'm not gonna lie. I once saw a French dub for Naruto, and I damn near freaking lost my mind. I don't know if I can find it for you guys so I can ruin your days as well. I think I can find it. Okay. Okay. Guys, are you ready? I don't know if this is the one, but hey. Chat. This is a long time ago.
I am Sasuke Uchiha.
Io mi chiamo Sasuke Uchiha.
Okay.
Io sono Sasuke Uchiha.
Okay.
Soy Sasuke Uchiha.
Eu sou Sasuke Uchiha.
Je m'appelle Sasuke Uchiwa.
Ich bin Sasuke Uchiha.
Uchiha Sasuke.
Jestem Sasuke Uchiha.
Je m'appelle Sasuke Uchiwa. Dude, the French one though.
Uchiha Sasuke.
Dude, the French one.
Je m'appelle Sasuke Uchiwa.
Oh my god. Classics. French dub just hits. Oh, so different. Fuzzer channel, thank you for the 13. And always enjoy the stream. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that, but if I had to suffer through it, y'all have to suffer through it. French dubs are just
just applied wet status. Damn, that's hot. Always enjoy the stream. Keep it up.
Thank you, Fuzzer. But yeah, like for the most part, the major regions nowadays, EN, CN, KR, JP, they're doing a phenomenal job. Like I don't know about these other regions, like the European countries usually like they don't bother to dub. I mean they definitely do. There's a scene over there, but they definitely don't put in as much, I think, effort. Like there's not enough emphasis, meaning like it's not an established industry, because they can always just go with the English dub or just have Japanese with English subtitles, or French subtitles, German whatever subtitles, like all those other regions, right? So I don't think it's really been developed, so that's why it's so goofy. Is Nilo going to be cracked with Nahida? I wouldn't say cracked, because when we use the word crack, we're talking about like national team, like we're talking about the best of the best, right? She's definitely going to feel better. She's definitely going to feel more consistent. Right now, the Abyss leans heavily towards Nilu and how she works, but I think with Nahida, regardless of whether the Abyss favors her and gives her this insane buff, I think she's going to be very consistent regardless, right? So that's the thing about Nahida with Nilu. Nahida with Sino, I feel like she's going to work well with Sino as well, with all the information that I have now. But I think for Electro teams, you likely want 2 characters. But then again, with C1 Nahida, you only need 1 Electro to get that double buff. So then like having 2 Electros on the team essentially is just fulfilling Electro Resonance for Sino for better uptime. That's pretty much it, right? So you are essentially losing out on that effectiveness when you run double Electro. But then again, you have C1. It's definitely gonna help out for burst uptime. I don't know exactly with double hydro how much longer Nahida's burst lasts and her energy cost for her burst, but like free buffs, I guess. And also with pyro, her reaction damage gets stronger, right? So Nahida is fine without another Dendro. From everything that I've heard and gathered, yeah, she seems to be able to apply a decent amount of Hydro just by herself very consistently. With a very long duration for her marks, as well as very low cooldown for, like, let's say it's waves of enemies and you killed the enemies in like a couple seconds. You can very quickly reapply that on the next wave of enemies that spawn in. And the marks last like forever, pretty much, like 25 seconds. Yeah. It's just so sad, man, that Nahida Burst, which looks insane, actually does nothing but buff her E. And the buff is tiny except Electro. Yeah, I think like her kit is so overloaded with like stuff. It's just like stuff. It just does a bunch of things all at one side. It's okay for her burst to not really be because think about it like this, right? Her burst exists for Dendro reactions. You like the only reason you want to even have her burst is to have Dendro reactions be better. So essentially, we should be asking the question like, why is her burst designed in this way? It's to further solidify her as like a necessity character if you want to bring out the best of Dendro reactions, right? So it's not that her burst is bad, it's that we need more characters to be able to take advantage of her burst. Let's say if in the future new Pyro, new Hydro, new Dendro, new Electro characters come out, and they all like are Dendro focused, then having a Nahida suddenly feels so much more impactful, because then you can supercharge Nahida's reactions through her burst with these new characters. I like, as much as we think she's a great and complete character right now, a lot of these teams, and I think, I don't know, like looking at the past, Raiden when she first arrived also wanted I guess, yeah, like Raiden when she arrived, she was with Sarah on her banner, right? Raiden was released with Sarah. So if you went full throttle, you would have had Raiden's best hyper carry team from the get-go. Oh. But then again, the difference here is that Dendro is a completely new new element, right? Which needs more character to flesh out. I find it difficult to think like, okay, we're going to release Nahida and then Dendro's done. We're not going to worry about Dendro and any of their reactions because we have Nahida and Nilu and Sino and what's his name again? God, I forgot, Tignari, right? And then they move on. I don't think so. I think going forward, there's just going to be more characters that pile onto this like Dendro hype train. Which patch did the national team in? Well, the thing is, we can't look at the patch, the national team, like Raiden national team, because, or just traditional national team, because they were always in the game. The potential was always there. It was just up to the players to find it. But what I'm talking about is new characters that come in that create best in slot teams. Which patch did the national team in? Wasn't it like 1.2? When people were like already talking about, and that was the Chongyun version. That was when people still ran the Chongyun national team. Was it 1.2 or 1.1? It was pretty early on. I remember seeing it on one of the Chinese forums. I don't know like how, like I think it existed in the game in 1.0. I don't know how, when it became popularized. It just blew up one day. Like people just started sharing it. But I'm pretty sure people already figured it out in 1.0. But when did it become popular? When did everybody start picking it up? I think it was around like 1.1, 1.2. I think 1.2 or 1.3 was when Morgana came out. Like when people figured out Morgana, that's when the game just became broken. Morgana broke the game for like a good 3-4 patches. Like if you just ran Morgana in the Abyss, you just crushed everything. I think original national Morgana were like the OG teams most people played with. And then when Kazuha came out, people were very hesitant to transition into Kazuha because Venti was so good until the Abyss changed and everybody wanted to do play with Kazuha. And that's when Ayaka came out, and then Raiden came out soon after that. Hu Tao was like very consistent in that era as well, but like back in the day, people almost didn't like, most people didn't want to play Hu Tao back in the day because the enemies were so scattered and it was difficult to it was very difficult to have Hu Tao's charge attack kill enemies consistently. Like sure, once in a while you might skewer like 2 or 3 enemies and that's really good, but for the most part she's just hitting one. So Hu Tao didn't become really good until the Abyss started changing. Stuff like that. And then Ayaka Freeze first operated with Shinshu until Kokomi came out, then Shinhe came out and made Ayaka even better. What else? Kokomi was really disliked when she first came out, along with Yoimiya. I mean, till this day, Yoimiya is like the middle child of Hoyoverse. No, not the middle child. Yoimiya feels like the oldest child of Hoyoverse. It's like every single opportunity they have to put her down, they do. Like, I mean, they're doing it again, right? Isn't Yoimiya going to be on the Dendro Archon? Yoimiya's with the Dendro Archon, right? So like just time and time again, Hoyoverse guts Yoimiya. It's cause she's Japan. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yay! Hey, Japanese joke, joke. They wouldn't do that to a Liyue character. Is all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. They wouldn't do that to a Liyue character, but they do it. They do it to Yoimiya. Hey. As the oldest child, I understand that feeling. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that it like I mean Raiden National came out did Raiden National become popular the patch Raiden came out, or was it like a patch later people were like, "Oh, okay, you know, Raiden National is pretty damn good." I think people were pairing Raiden with a lot of the other characters. I mean, in between there, Eula also came out, but Eula never really changed much. Like, yeah, she's a good character, but she didn't really revolutionize, I think, any of the teams. There was like Eula teams, which are pretty damn good, but that's about it. Hu Tao going over a solid year, no rerun. When was the last time Hu Tao reran? It was in Economia or something like that. Yeah, it was around this time last year. Hu Tao rerun. Right? They don't like rerunning really good characters that have high abyss usage. They're gonna have to start doing triple banners. I think triple banners might be a thing. Or get this, they let us choose, like they give us like, let's say 5 banners or like 3 banners, and you have to choose 2 out of the 3. Kind of like what they're not this one. Kind of like what they're doing with the weapon, like, and this, but like it's like they have, let's say 3 banners and you can choose 2 of the banners. Yeah, or like quad, choose, like give us options and let us choose. So for example, they'll have Nilu, Albedo, and then they'll have, I don't know, Shenhe, and then they'll have Eula, right? And then you have to choose 2 out of the 4. Something like that. And then you choose, let's say you choose Eula and Nilu, right? You choose Eula and Nilu, and then you cannot summon on the Albedo and Shenhe banner. Stuff like that. So basically, like, all the time you're constantly able to choose the character that you want the most. And that HoYoverse will definitely still have like a schedule running, being like, okay, this character has to be rerun in a long time, so we can maybe push it out and see how. And this gives HoYoverse one big advantage, is that they can see which one you chose, which one the community chose, like, or they can build a better personal profile for you, right? Because each account would have favoritism towards certain characters, certain comps, certain playstyles, and maybe in the future they might even have unique banners for individual characters. That's like some like AI level stuff, meaning like you might get different banners depending on your preferences, and so they can make more money off of you. But yeah, that's going to require a lot of AI and programming and like additional systems being implemented, AI learning. It's just, I don't think HoYoverse is going to do that. But then again, it's HoYoverse. They make like multiple billions of dollars every year. So I wouldn't put it past them to make like a self-learning AI algorithm system that learns the traits and preferences of each individual player, and caters promotions and characters and banners towards that player to maximize profits. Just saying, okay? They can't even fix bugs. Good luck with that. The thing is, they can fix the bugs. It's they won't fix the bugs, right? HoYoverse has the tech and definitely has the money, and I guess in this case, resource to fix everything that we talk about. But they won't do it. Oh, Nahida demo is up? Okay, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Nahida demo. Nahida demo. Is that? Oh no. This is a teaser. This is a teaser. This is. Okay. Okay. We'll watch it. We'll record it. See our reaction. Sup everyone. Welcome to another video. Right here it says character teaser Nahida happy birthday. So we're just gonna watch this react live. Just came out about a minute ago. Right now it's like 9 p.m. my time, which is that's exactly when they usually drop this. So I guess 2-3 days from now, maybe 4 days from now, they're gonna drop the demo and we'll likely react to that as well. Don't know what to expect. All right, people, be on your best behaviors. Right? She's a Dendro Archon. All right, let's see what's it all about.
When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in the flower carriage.
Uh-oh.
I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me.
She's stuck.
Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. It was my birthday. Happy birthday, Nahida.
You know, from the very beginning, if you guys notice my expression, I noticed something was a little off. It was hard to tell because, like, we gotta go back to the beginning. Like, I mean, you guys saw the pattern as this teaser went on. It highlighted how, like, messed up the situation was, right? Like, she's stuck in this loop and but there had to have been something. I don't know. It was extremely off-putting. There was something about this whole situation. It's just, I mean, it highlights this this situation that she's put in, and I've felt that she's like a very special Archon, right, in one way. And not to get into any spoilers for the story, but if you guys remember what the role of an Archon, like, Venti was an extremely free Archon. Have you guys realized this? Think about this. Look at Zhongli. Zhongli had to fake his own death to be free from the gaze of the people, to like hide amongst them and do what he wants and continue serving them. Raiden was burdened by like thousands of years worth of like trauma from the past and leading a nation in solitude and anxiety. And then there was Venti, who was just off on his own, messing around with his old friend, getting drunk in pubs. And then we move to Nahida, which like she's like imprisoned. So this is like, listen, when I first saw Venti, I thought like, hey man, Archons seem to have a pretty damn good job. They are like these semi-immortal beings of some sort. They live for thousands of years and they have like stories from the eons. They have immense power and they basically like are the peak of the element that they represent. And then I met Zhongli, and I was like, "Oh damn!" Like, you know, like these people, like these archons, like are shouldering heavy burdens. Then again, I should have known why Venti was such an alcoholic. It's probably because he has trauma from the past that he's dealing with. And then there's Raiden Shogun, and now this. But I feel like by far the worst part about this is like I feel like she is definitely being taken advantage of, right? She's the youngest of the Archons, and you would think somebody who is like a couple hundred years old would, especially being the Dendro Archon, the Archon of Wisdom, maybe she's just a little naive in that sense as well, right? Like too trusting, like she knows a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean she's good with trusting. She definitely feels like an Archon that people knows and are aware of how powerful she is, and they are just leveraging that power and her naivety and her kindness against her, right? So how old is she really though? 500 years. So she's the youngest of all the Archon. Doesn't mean she's not powerful, right? It just, I wish I had more information to decipher this, but I'm not like a huge lore person, so like I don't know if there's anything in here that I can really decipher, or there are like hints, Easter eggs and stuff. The interesting thing is like the first time she was awoken up, she was found by these random NPCs. And then the second time she was found, that's when we were introduced, right? That's when the roster, the characters were introduced. And then the third and the fourth, and it just continued being random people. So does this have anything to do with our story progression? Like, is this one iteration of many of her, how should I put it, destinies or her realities? The Nahida quest is going to be playable in 3.2, which I feel like it's just going to leave more questions than answers, maybe, like, because I don't know, like, I wish they lean more into this dark stuff. I really enjoyed when story writers are able to take these kind of materials and trauma and past and really embellish it, even expose it further, dive deeper into it. Let us feel that emotion with them. The Electro Archon questline, especially the first one, just felt very like childish. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if people can agree with me. It just felt like none of the important, really meaty like stuff was ever touched upon. I felt like they didn't want to go to those dark places. I really hope that's not the case for Nahida. I know this game is played by a younger audience, and I don't know if story writers want to even discuss and dive into these kind of topics and discussions, but I think for the vast majority of stories, the best parts are the parts where it gets more raw, more exposed, and where the story writers are comfortable sharing some of these darker topics with us, right? Solitude, isolation, imprisonment, right? It just, whew, definitely something. I feel like Nahida is definitely the Archon that's dealing with a lot of stuff. She's dealing with some heavy stuff. Okay, so looking forward to seeing what this is all about. But yeah, solid teaser. Definitely got me more interested, more intrigued with this character. And yeah, gonna be polling for her. Likely C2R1. And thank you guys for watching the video. All right. Till next time. Urgel. Oh, yeah. And of course, thank you to chat for being here on screen. Hope you guys were well behaved. But yeah, till next time, urge y'all to stay safe and peace. Bye. Okay, what a trailer. I mean, what a teaser. Yeah, I was just looking back. Starting from the third one, it got really bad, right?
I was riding in the flower carriage. I just had a dream.
Yeah. But anyways, that's also going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm going to go edit that reaction and upload it. So yeah, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on chat, like exactly what you guys were saying. Better not be saying some sussy baga stuff, okay? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And Saturday we're gonna be reconvening here, and then the next time we see each other from then is gonna be polling for Nahida. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go start an OnlyFans page. So yeah, to fund my Nahida summons. Toodaloo. Till next time, stay safe, peace. Bye.